Okay, we're
So I
going
had
live
some
now.
actually. I was at Millville
We're
riding a
going live,
bicycle.
FYI.
What? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we're gonna go live. Because we've
Okay.
just been sitting here talking amongst ourselves. So we are now live. Oh, and we've been recording, so I'll have to check that when I go to put it up.
Awesome.
So what's up? We're here podcast number 70 with Ami Houde, and she now is a badass monster truck driver. This episode's brought to you by Canvas MX. You can get 10% off FMX East 10 if you put that in, and Stroker Industries. You get the trigger for your gas can. We need to get you one of those.
Oh, what is it?
It's a It's a self-venting like push button nozzle for your race jug, so that way you can just flip the jug right over.
In the back of the truck when it's heated up, it's sitting there all day.
Huh?
So it doesn't like expand in the back of your truck when it's sitting in there all day.
Well, I mean, maybe it wouldn't. I think they would. I don't think they do that, but it's more so like so that you don't have to try and put the hose in and stuff as you're putting it down. Like you can just flip it over and then push the button, and then shut off. Wait for it to empty out of the tube.
Oh, okay. So you don't have to like I know what you mean. I thought.
Yeah, try to put the tube in and bend it and.
Yeah, that's sweet. Technology.
Yeah, we'll hook you up with one of those.
I need one of those, and I need a stand for short people that you can kick up and doesn't slide your bike off, and when you're tired and 2 feet tall, actually get it up there. The Matrix, I love their stuff. I love their brand, but they build, stands for boys who have muscles and can like roll their stuff up there, and this is 2018. Chicks ride dirt bikes, and we can't put it up there.
Don't they have those mechanical ones now?
Yeah, but those they fall down and they're super heavy. Like we need a lightweight, like plastic one, like Matrix. And even for like a little Danger Ranger truck, they started building one that had, where you could walk it up and step up and push it in. Like that don't work. You need a full back of your truck, a wide one for little girls. It's a pain in the butt.
For little girls.
Forever. So if I have an issue with it, people who just start out will have an issue with it. So
listen, my truck is just
strength game.
My truck is just a stock Ram 2500, but it is too tall for me to get the damn bike in there.
I'm like to get a new truck because my Danger Ranger is hard enough. If I'm on like a cement street and nothing with a little elevation, like I can't do it. I have to call my neighbor to come over and like help me give a little push up there. But
you don't ride it up?
Not on gravel because I have like a little like a metal stand and my driveway's gravel. I've tried a couple times and
you can do it. Just go for it. Just tape it as long as you do it. That way if it goes.
I think she has. I think I've seen video.
How to load your bike in the back of your truck for girls, for beginners.
I should video me because I like push it up there and then I hold it and then I like crawl up the back of the tailgate with it on the truck and then.
As long as you're on grass, you can drive it up or like dirt or something. But I live in the city. I'm a city kid. I gotta call my neighbor or wait for her to get home. Like I actually plan for when my neighbor gets home to load my bike.
A Canadian city kid, Nick. Can you imagine what that's like?
Difficult. I can't pull it off.
I like being from the city. I used to do booties and bikinis Wednesdays down residential, and like it was hashtag the fun neighbor. Like either you have like a good neighbor and a bad neighbor. Like my one neighbor had a little kid and they were like a young couple and they would love to come over and like check out my shop and the little kid would sit on the dirt bike. And my other neighbor was like a complete hippie and all about the environment and would get so mad when I'd start my bike up. And whenever I'm working in the shop, I like to blast music. And we would have music wars and he would blast jazz music all the time. All the time. You could see him rolling his windows out to blast jazz. He'd put his radio right in the windowsill and blast like a trombone all the time.
The hippie played jazz?
Oh yeah, loves it.
That's good Music battle music.
Was he always doing yoga?
You cannot compete with the hippie neighbor.
Was he doing yoga?
Oh, no, I've never seen him do yoga, but yeah, I don't want to talk about my neighbor just in case. You'll always end up with like a good or bad neighbor, and like if you're a city kid with like anything motorized, it's hit and miss. And I have a giant shop. We call it the Babe Cave. And, like you can't miss it, and they know what you do. And like I work on my bikes all the time, and he hates it.
A she shed, if you will.
No, the Babe Cave.
Okay.
All right, we'll give it to you. So what's going on here with
This thing is bigger than like most guys' garage.
I don't even have a garage, so I'm just talking shit. It's fine.
We'll change it. It's the Babe Cave.
All right, that's what I said. We'll give it to you. You got it. It's now a babe cave.
All right.
Yes.
All right, we all agree. We're all in agreement now.
No man. Okay, I will give it to you guys. I do need a man to like organize it. Like I can organize the house.
That doesn't make any sense.
No organization.
I don't know any guys that organize shit.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Well, the guys' shops are pretty organized. Like you guys have no like common sense for like kitchen utensils or like living room placements. When it comes to the garage, you apparently know how to organize like everything.
Super offended all of a sudden.
What?
My tongs, my spatulas, I got it all laid out. Christy comes in and mixes it all up.
Really?
Yeah.
Because she doesn't believe that's how it goes.
I don't give a shit.
Well, and
A heck.
I am a woman who likes to cook, and I love my kitchen. Like the kitchen should be set up my way if I'm the one spending the time in
Yeah,
there.
hell yeah.
Spending time in the shop and in my man cave, but I got a factory dad. My dad loves to do oil changes. He loves to work on my bikes. I mean, I want a man who knows how to work on my bikes so I don't have to. I will ride them. The tables have changed here. So if you're the one spending the time in the garage, you can work on it. You can set it up how you want. I'll put all the cool toys in it, and then you can work on it.
As long as there's food when as long as when I'm done changing the oil, there's food, I'm totally fucking game for that.
Absolutely. Like, the thing is, you just gotta put it out on the table. Like, I love to cook. I hate to organize the garage. Que cosa pas? But it's different, you know. Some chicks like don't like to cook, and they like to take the other role. But dude, I need a manly man. I don't like to work on my stuff. Like I need a man to put gas in my truck in the winter and change the oil on my dirt bike. And that's been like a standard.
Yeah.
I need someone like my dad.
That's good. That's normal.
You know, my mom and me, it's just us girls, and you know, my mom pays the bills and my dad works on everything and is like the man of the house. You know, I'm like old fashioned that way.
I think it works smoother that way.
Yes.
I only like cooking some of the time because I get like a control freak deal.
Good.
But otherwise,
we need that. We like also a guy to take control. Like I like to cook majority of the time, but if I say, "What do you want to make?" Take the lead. We don't want it anymore.
You're having eggs, then.
you guys are so complicated.
That's what you get. If I gotta cook.
No, not really. Like I know a lot of chicks who are super complicated, but I just like lay it out there because I am like type A. Like I know what I like and I know what I don't like, and you know, for a personality like me, unless you lay it out there, then like you know you are a puzzle to put together for dudes. Like I don't need any of that. You guys, I'm turning 30 soon. Like I need that.
Oh, gross.
Listen.
Yeah, I know.
Listen, please just say
so,
what.
You gotta like really just know who you are and let the people in your life like know what you're about and your personality and like the things you like and don't like, and if you accept me for me or you're either with me or in my way kind of thing.
Yeah, but what you said about saying laying it out there, that's better because, like you said,
Absolutely.
Nobody's guessing, or at least we're not guessing right. We're stupid. We're guys, in that sense. You know what I mean? Like.
Well, I mean, sometimes even when you lay it out there, people, because some women and men are a little crazy, and you don't.
What?
A little.
lay it out there, they don't like pick up what you're putting down. Yeah, God, who knows?
What's your name? This is sounding.
That'll happen too. Listen.
Okay, like to turn this into like something that's meaningful and impactful. I've always struggled with being like very eccentric, always out there, very, it's not wanting to be the center of attention, but when I get excited, like I love entertaining. I'm a big personality, and it's hard for people. And when I grew up, I understood that like not everybody can like open that or understand that with, understanding and acceptance. And you can try to tone it down, but then you realize you're not really being true to yourself. So my, goal in life is to always figure out where this personality and like where all these things that clearly I am, where do I fit? And, the moto industry, it was awesome for a while. It was cool. It'll still always be a moto chick, but it's a little bit like high school. There's a pecking order. You gotta be a certain way sometimes, and a lot of girls can't deal with me, and I understand that. It sucks. That's on you, but I get it. A Monster Jam has been this amazing platform that it is an entertainment industry. I can be, the bigger and bolder personality that you are, like these kids and parents like gravitate towards that, and I've like really found my niche, and I'm so stoked on that.
Well, that's what they want, though. That's what they've wanted for a long time, and that's what they tried to build with us with the freestyle. When we just had a freestyle tour, they were trying to get everybody nicknames and stuff like that, and it didn't really work. Everybody kind of pushed back on that, but you're perfect for what they're trying to do. Like you said, you have a big personality. You put a lot of content out. Like you're a perfect person for them. You're an attractive girl that can drive well.
Well, the attractive part is where, this is where like
it unfortunately is, no matter how you slice it, affects the situation.
Absolutely. I mean, looks can get you a long way, but it's also how you handle your looks. Like
absolutely.
I'm pretty self-conscious. I've told you guys before this, but I chipped my teeth. I knocked like a little front part in the back side of my front teeth. Very noticeable, dark mark. I went from being like, I was always like self-confident. I'm very blessed. You got it from my mama, whatever. I work out to feel good about myself. I was always very confident. I deal with like acne and whatever, like weight fluctuations, the typical stuff. But as soon as I had to deal with that, being in the public eye, it just ruined and destroyed my self-confidence, where it would take me hours to get ready. I hated taking photos. Like it's crazy how something so people don't even notice, but you do, because you're human. We're judged by first impressions a lot of times, and especially in this type of industry. So I had to suck it up for myself to be able to like, in this type of industry and in my position, I'm very fortunate because you can have an impact. You are an influencer and can impact people's lives. And I've really learned this through the last couple of years and doing what I've been doing, that it is not about you. There's very few people who have a role that can help other people. People listen to what you're saying, people value your words, and that is insane to even think that you can get to a place like that. And I don't ever want to take it for granted. I want to be able to use that in the best way possible. So it's about being real. It's about portraying yourself in the most realist way, and exposing your insecurities, posting stuff about being weird and wild and just super honest. Where the thing about like Monster Jam and being a cute little girl, I think people gravitate towards it because I can be me and not be judged, and people are like, you're so crazy, and like you don't feel like it's weird, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of weird to talk about this. I've actually never really verbally talked about it, but I'm like very grateful, and I just want people to know that I am this little girl from Winnipeg who has the same insecurities. I feel pretty one day, I feel beautiful one day, and then next day you feel like you look like a troll under a bridge. It is real life. Yes, but like it's not. People have these really distorted ideals of like celebrities and
of everyone that's not them.
It's not, but hey, if you like, I mean, I like a little bit of Photoshop here and there and like airbrush and stuff, but but you have to be honest about it.
I mean, here's the thing. Yeah, but here's the thing: is everybody likes to say that they have it the worst, right? No matter. Exactly. I'm not trying to compete for the worst life or the worst this or the worst that, but that's how everybody kind of portrays it, is that my life is so hard.
Yeah, people kind of portray it as the best. And that's the thing that I get a lot of people tell me like, oh my gosh, you're like, and it was only until a couple weeks ago, and like, don't take this the wrong way. It was only a couple weeks ago that someone called me a celebrity, and I didn't know how to feel about that. And it was really weird. It hit me a weird way. But I was like, okay, cool. If maybe someone's saying this, like, what does it mean? How do I want to accept it, and how do I want to respond to it? And then I was like, okay, if someone's going to call me that, then I better make sure that I do this in a right way where I can have longevity with this, because it's a very honoring platform to have. I'm very, very grateful that someone would ever call me that in a million years. Like, I clawed and kicked my way to ever make anything of yourself. And I am still feeling that I have a lot more to go. I can be better. I can be more honest. Maybe I can, impact more people or whatever. Like, it's just, it's not about who has it the best and who has it the worst. Because everyone is going to have something better than you. Everyone is going to have accomplished more.
But you're a motivated person. You're a motivated person saying that. I mean, I think that you need to see it from, like, you don't realize dealing with quote-unquote normal people that they're always like, oh, but I have to get up at this time, or I have to do this. Like, they always are talking about the worst, how their situation is so bad.
Yeah, well, I have to get up at 4 o'clock for 5 a.m. media, but
exactly.
I love
you
it.
Suck it. Here's my point. That's my point. You suck it up and do it.
Yeah, but that's like how I'm trying to like shape whatever, like what I do on social media, or if someone messages me, and even like with this conversation right now, there is always someone who has nothing. There is like, go watch documentaries, go research like stuff about the world. People don't have real life perspective of what's going on and how fortunate we are. And, visiting the children's hospitals and, Monster Jam opening these doors to do a lot of like philanthropy and work in the community has made me so grateful and appreciative of everything that I have, and try to educate people that you are lucky if you are waking up in the morning, you got good health, you got a family. If you're talking to one of your friends, you have more than so many people. Count your blessings. It is all perspective. You can choose to wake up happy, or you can choose to wake up miserable. Like, it bothers me that, and that's where it comes from, like bullying and girls being mean, or guys, whatever, negativity and like pessimists. You're all fortunate, man. Like, the fact that we have a computer and are doing this stuff, the fact that people are going to watch this video and have YouTube, like, get out of yourself. The world is a much bigger place than our own bubble. And yeah, don't get me so deep on that. Like, I don't even know where I'm going. Like, that black hole of, you just keep clicking and going deeper and deeper.
I think all those people need to do mushrooms. That's just a personal thought.
No, hot yoga. I do hot yoga. Like, watch documentaries. Like, I watched this one documentary about, and like, I will reference this till the day I die. A woman from Africa was talking about her experience and wanting to be free and get out of wherever she was. And there was a river. And on both sides of the river that she had to cross, there was like, people there waiting to sexually abuse them and torture and all this craziness that we can't even fathom being here in North America. And this woman spoke positively and optimistic about her new life after crossing the river and dealing with it on both sides, knowing what she had to go through. She still went through it and is still like this positive, optimistic person on the other end. What do we have to, pardon my French, but biatch about? Literally nothing. So I try to deal with all my crap that's thrown my way in my life. It is very minuscule for what everybody else might have to do. So, no.
I agree. I'm just saying that, yeah, most people don't, a lot of people, this is how I look at it too, and people that are down about everything, it irritate the shit out of me. I'm like, dude, it's not that bad.
And you hang out with comics.
A lot of people get mad at them, you know, they're like, oh, what a biatch. Like, they're, you know, what a hater. They call them haters. But actually, like, you get to this point where you're like, I feel bad for you. And I actually want to be nicer to you because it means that they are unhappy with themselves and their lives. And I just wish I could educate them. Like, the second that you, like, feel happy about that girl doing some booty pose in her athletic wear, looking good, you know, if you can accept everybody and just, like, get over yourself and the negativity, like, your life will become better.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's...
But once you know that, you know that. People that haven't grasped that yet, like, I was angry when I was young. I grew up in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Of course I was angry.
When I first met him, he was like a total jerk.
That's what everybody that's not from here automatically was like, you're such an asshole. And I'm like, I haven't even said anything mean.
What were you angry about?
Probably all those things, like, you know, this wasn't working out, and that wasn't happening for me, and this and that. You know, I think even by the time that probably I met Nick, I'd already started my team and already was trying to, like, doing stuff that I wanted to do. But I think before that, when I was younger, you know, I was frustrated that...
He wasn't actually mean, I made that part up. But
everybody told me I was mean, especially down south, you know? They're like, oh...
Well, that's because down south, it's like they're more... Like, here, if you were an asshole to me, then my friends were an asshole. Like, we were all assholes.
Yeah.
So it was just, that was...
Guilty by association.
Yeah.
Down south, they would just get mad.
Talk shit to him all weekend.
So, for me, I don't know, whatever my deal was, I'm very fortunate to think this way. I don't think I did for a while, but I realized, like, it's only me. That stuff fueled my fire. Seeing other people's success and seeing what they had, because I would do it at the gym, like, sometimes, or I'd do it at, like, racing motocross. If that person did that jump, like, I can do it. If this little kid on a 65 is hitting the finish line tabletop, I haven't been able to, you know, I always do that we are all able, like, there's no one person, like, you're not born with ability to be great. Everybody has the same, you know, starts with the same stuff. Like, it's just how you think about it. Like, it's how you handle and deal with the negativity or your opportunities or, you know, life. How you choose to act and react. And I saw other people's success later in life as like, okay, like, if I felt a little bit of jealousy, it was because apparently I needed to accomplish that. Or they go and get it. Because I don't want to live my life with regret. I don't want to say, oh, what if I did that? Or I never tried as hard as I could. Because I'm not the best at stuff. I was never the fastest, and I'm not the best monster truck driver. So I will just try harder. You know, like, that's what it is. Don't get mad if you're not the best, and just go try harder.
Right.
Because then you will accomplish at the end of the day.
Yeah. No, people don't like to do that. I see comics all the time. They'll tell a joke and it won't work, and they go, you guys suck. And it's like,
yeah.
You obviously didn't tell the joke right. Like, you know what I mean? You can't blame the crowd.
I don't even know if I could, like, you know, so motorsports where you're crossing this industry where you're constantly being judged. Like, that must take a lot of, oh man, thick skin.
What are you talking about, comedy?
Yeah.
Dude.
Because I don't take everything to heart, man. It's like someone doesn't like something I say and make a weird comment. I'm like, you know, like, I don't think I could ever handle that.
I actually now have gotten to a point where it gets awkward on stage and there's a silence. Sometimes I just sit in it and I'll just
Yeah.
wait it out. And I actually like it now. It makes me like feel warm inside and I laugh about it. But I mean, here's
Silence
the.
for what?
Huh?
Like the silence, like how does that come? Like you tell a stale
Sometimes you
joke.
tell something and it just doesn't fucking work and everybody just stares at you and I'll just wait it out.
Just basks in the awkwardness.
Dude, I do. And I
It's
sometimes
like you gotta. What was I talking about before? Sorry, I'm terrible with words. This is something I'm trying to be better on. I need a walking thesaurus. Annie,
do
what were we talking
comedy.
about?
You'll learn to remember words a lot.
That girl and oh gosh, like this is gonna make me look terrible. I've had a few concussions in my life. Like when you acknowledge like what you do, like you like, hey, help me out. We're talking about that post
A boat?
about
A boot?
that post there when you acknowledge like your own mess up.
Tell us all about it.
Nope. Oh.
What a hoser.
Are we live?
Yeah.
All
That's
right, well
the.
then let's pass through that right now. You got like, I think the coolest thing is when people like know that they sucked at something and then just like riff off of it, and that's like a comic. Like I could never do that because I feel like I get backed into a corner. Like I wouldn't know how to respond. Like it takes a certain type of person to be able to do what you do.
Most people don't heckle you. Most of the time, there's not hecklers. It's just you. Like, here's my thing. And then one of the first bits I ever wrote was that, like, everybody says, aren't you, people I've known for a long time, they say, aren't you scared to talk in front of all those people? And I'm like, you do realize I jumped motorcycles for a living. Like, that's scary. Consequences of telling bad jokes is nobody laughs and I sweat profusely in front of strangers. It's not that big of a deal.
Do you feel like I actually had this conversation with my friend earlier too. How much easier is it to be yourself in front of thousands of strangers than to go and do something with somebody who might know you and might have like this preconceived,
Yeah.
I used to freeze up, and then you feel so like, because no one's there judging you. They don't know you. They don't know who you should be or how funny you should be or nothing. Like you can wing it, and they will be you.
And if you bomb, it's like, okay, I'll walk over.
Yeah, well, it's the presentation of the whole show, too. You automatically seem like a bigger deal on the Monster Jam floor to them, And that's actually where I got comfortable on mics to do this even, because I'd always get interviewed at all those, they weren't Monster Jam ones. I did another series that's like smaller than that Nick did with me, but I was a back flipper, so I always ended up getting interviewed. Huh?
What series did you? Look at this water. Hand in hand.
Yeah, mine too. Look at my water.
Sponsored by Vitamin Water.
Yeah, it's
or
right.
whatever.
It's like Winnipeg tap water. It's like chlorine.
Double the fluoride.
I've been adding.
So much fluoride. It's terrible.
I've been adding vitamins to my water.
Vitamins.
Vitamin T.
Can't really see that.
Yeah, luckily, like Clint was the flipper, so when they came out with the mic, I never had to talk. That was the best part.
Was it so? Yeah.
Huh?
I want to age myself right now. What series was this?
Probably X Games. Let's just say X Games.
Let's say early 2000 X Games.
X-Fighters.
No, this was at.
Did you guys ever come to Calgary and go to the Roadhouse?
No.
Calgary X Games, 2011, my first year. I went. 2007.
We were gonna do that one, but we couldn't make it across the border because we were too fucking cool.
I ended up getting hurt trying double flips that year, so I just didn't go.
I
2007?
had so many felonies they wouldn't let me in.
Yeah,
So
I was right. I would have been the second one to do double flips.
I just drank on the border the whole time till everybody got back.
We're totally lying to you. Neither one of us went to X Games.
No, we're talking about spiders right now.
Oh, X Fighters. We never did that shit either.
In Calgary. Clint was so drunk he doesn't remember not going.
I don't even remember not being in Calgary.
Okay, but all weirdness aside, what series was this? Like you said, I want to know because I want to see if I like knew.
No. This is
Monster Truck series.
Yeah, this is the toughest monster. No, it was Monster Nation, Monster Truck like series.
Okay.
It's just a smaller. It's not.
That's old.
No, that series still. Monster Nation is still around, and the other people that worked on that have a new series called Toughest Monster Truck Tour, but they're basically the same. I would say production wise, they're the best series aside from Feld.
Yeah, we're amazing. It's such a well-oiled machine. Like, it's so. I love my tour. I could have asked for like a better like group of misfits.
You're coming to Newark.
What's that?
You're coming to Newark.
Is that the Central Tour?
I don't know. I looked at your schedule and it said Newark.
Okay, awesome. I mean, I don't know my American geography really well, so.
Okay, well that's in New Jersey, and that's right by me and where I work. Well, it's not by. It's 45 minutes from here, but it's right near where I work.
Well, I'm trying to stay together, so I won't judge you for it.
You won't judge me for my state?
No.
Well, here's the thing.
Hey,
Newark.
New Jersey, because it's.
But the thing is, I don't really like.
Listen,
if people could fly over it, they would.
Listen, I don't like New Jersey either, to be honest. But
From New Jersey.
But Newark and where I live are nothing alike. FYI.
You know, that's the thing. You can like drive from one end of the state to the other, and it's like you're going through multiple countries in one. Like I can't remember like all my tours in the last couple of years have just blended. I can say I do love Pennsylvania. I love it there. Yes, and I love Chicago. I love it. I love Rockford.
That's Nick's.
I love Rosemont.
Chicago?
What's that?
Are you coming to Chicago?
Yeah, I just had 5 shows in Chicago. Rosemont, like 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Well,
we'll be coming back. We have 6 shows. I'm coming back.
It was only 45 minutes away.
I'll be coming back there. Like I love Chicago. Like it's one of my favorite cities. There's so much to do. I love it. I love town. We're dressed up as a zombie Bradford.
Nick has 2 kids. You need to make zombie fans.
Absolutely. Yeah. I know that one already is from last time.
But no, he didn't like the zombie truck, did he?
I know. Guess what? They will be a zombie fan. That seems like I'm good at
They were looking for the zombie today, and then he's like, I really did throw it away.
Yeah, I heard last time it kind of was disheartening, but I'm okay with it now.
You're going to fight back.
Early, like.
See, for the last couple shows that I won,
well, let's talk about that. Let's actually talk about that, because we haven't. Let's talk about that, because we haven't. So the fourth quarter tour here you've been on, you've won at least the last 4. Is that all your? Have you won every stop?
2 years. Well, I don't. Yeah. Well, my first year. Man, it's already like my second year now. Oh yeah, I guess I'm on 2 right now. So my first year, it took me until like the end of summer. I had a summer show to win. Like it was my last show. First quarter is hard. Triple threat is hard. It is so physically and mentally tough. There's 8 hardcore athletes, and we are just rough and toughing it out. And I mean, this year alone, I guess it's gonna be gnarly.
Do you want me to ride your quad?
It's so crazy. Like I struggled with racing. I'm a moto person. You have to like almost turn your brain off of what you've learned all these years on your bike and relearn something a completely different way. And maybe like get out the nerves. I don't know. My ADD. I'm checking out like cool little zombie kids in the crowd. It's where I was really maybe enjoying the moment. I don't really know. But I put my head down because I hated sucking. I couldn't believe that I could never make it past the first round of racing. And this last couple shows I've had, these fall shows, I'm like, okay, I'm going to be on a hard triple threat tour. I got Cody Saucier, who drives Monster Energy, going to be on my tour. Brandon Vinson.
Get rid of that ad,
and these guys are so good at two-wheel skills mark list. And the thing is, if you're not on par with all of them, you have no opportunity to win. So I'm like, okay, I don't come here to be the zombie girl and put on a show, which is always how it's been. So I've, and again, I can honestly say this. Probably the show that I won for the first time was because I get up on the roof of my truck, I do the zombie arms and the thriller dance, the crowd loves it. I'm like a showman, right? Like sometimes they don't remember who wins, but they remember something cool that you do. I go do cartwheels, I do dance cam. The crowd loves you, they'll give you a great score. That's what I'm good at, and I know that. So I work that when I can't. If I suck at a category, okay? But that makes up for a lot of things because a lot of people don't have that connection with the fans like the zombie truck does. You got the zombie arms, you can get the crowd engaged, you can be a personality, and I'm very fortunate because it's only my truck that can do that. And
they couldn't work a deal with The Walking Dead? I mean, come on, Fel.
No. But last couple weekends, you guys have been so happy because I legitimately won. It wasn't because of the zombie arms. I won racing, I won donuts, won freestyle. My biggest monkey off my back was to win racing. Brandon's awesome. Mark List is awesome. These guys are so good at the racing. I just couldn't figure out why I couldn't, stick it to these guys. And I'm a motocrosser. It get pissed off. It's the first category, and so it sets the tone. When you suck at the first one, you carry that with you, and you get frustrated. So it's a really mentally. It plays with your what's it called, your mental fitness. You have to be mentally prepared going into this if you are an athlete who likes to win, which I do, and you got to learn how to deal with the highs and lows. It's fan judged. Gravedigger is an iconic truck. You are going to suck, you are going to have mechanical issues a lot of times. It is out of your control, and it took me 2 years to be able to not get worked up and be able to handle the emotions that come with this, because I want to win everything, but you
That's
can't.
That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah, but you can't. And
no, you can't. But here's the thing: as long as, like you said, you can manage your emotions when you don't win, right?
Yeah.
You still want that. You want to feel bad about it, so that's a driving factor. You just don't want it to negatively impact you. So as long as you can deal with, as long as
you don't want to have a terrible show because you overshot the corner, and this weekend I got so mad at myself because I'm a perfectionist. I'm a motocross racer. If you suck at something, you go practice it until you're good.
Yeah.
This is not like this. It's very different. A lot of factors have to go right.
Well, how much practice do you get in the trucks at this point? You've already done your summer. This
is practice right now. These shows are practice because these are not for points. You get 3 weeks or 3 days to go to Monster Jam University and go and.
But that's what I mean. Other than that, you don't get an actual. You just have to do it in shows, and you only get to drive the truck on the weekend, right? So you do that. You make that mistake, and then you got a person like you or I, maybe not so much Nick because he's not that driven, but would be that would eat at you all week until you get to do it again, right?
Yeah, so then this is where it's changed for me, where I'm like, oh my God, I can't do it. You get one shot. You have two-wheel skills. It's the last show. If you want to do that trick to be on par with everybody else, you don't think about it. You go and do it. You go look at the seat, and this comes again from that, if that chick, that 65 rider who's 9 years old, hucked that tabletop, you better do it. You're almost 30. That's where this mentality of, don't second guess yourself. Never doubt your abilities. Tighten your ponytail. put on some, lipstick and handle it. Get it done. That's
That's
the only.
what
I told myself.
That's
Tuck my ponytail, put on some lipstick. We can do this, Nick.
that's
Yeah, we all
why.
get the same amount of training time. We all have the same amount, the same machines. It's not like dirt bikes where some people have a training facility, some people have factory bikes. It is like just suck it up and get it done. You gotta have that mentality. It's like, yeah, I got this.
Listen,
What-
Gravedigger's
you-
kid is driving monster trucks at home.
What's that?
Gravedigger's
No.
kid, Menenga,
Practicing.
is his nephew. He's driving monster trucks at home.
Well, the Max D family, or who have the training facility, but Monster Jam, that is the training facility for new athletes. Like these machines cost a lot of money to run, a lot of money in breakage. When you go to test and practice, you're breaking everything that costs a lot of money. So, we and I've understood this because some of the people who are way better than me have never been at MJU. They probably looked up more videos because they cared about winning more than I did in my first year. Like now it's like you do what it takes. What are they doing? You make them a benchmark and see what they have done to get to where they are, and then you just do it. That's what you want.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool because it's like if you think like that, you can do anything. And that's the message with whether that's monster trucks, whether it's your job, whatever you are doing in your life. Like, if you want something, just do it. It's simple. It really is. Figure out what other people who have accomplished have done, and then you go and do that. And maybe you do it better. Maybe you do it the same or at your own ability, and just handle it.
Or a little bit different.
What's that?
I find a little bit different is the best path because you do it the same as people before you, not necessarily even better, but different, maybe better in some senses, but if you do exactly like somebody before you, you'll only get like a step or two below them because it's already been done.
Yeah, but you always have to set realistic expectations or a realistic path for people who may not have that type of confidence that maybe I have or you have. It's like you start at this. There's three options. You can say, because it's very simple for people then, if you say, this person's done it, you can follow what they've done. You don't have to be extra. Or if you're like me and be like, you go do what this person does and you do it better. Or, follow but be at your own comfort level. I want to be able to tell everyone that you can be on whatever level you want. And once you start on that level of following someone's path and you realize that you can do it better, but you can start wherever. And there is a road for you and a path for you. So don't think that just because someone has something that you can't have that too.
I agree. You're preaching to the choir here. Listen, that's why I was like, nobody's going to put me in freestyle. I'm never going to be on Krusty. So what I do, started my own, or first I'm like, people aren't going to put me in shows, so I started my own company. Then I was like, they're not going to put me in videos, so I started my own videos. And now I'm booking my own comedy shows. I'm going around to all the bars and everything around me to try to book the shows because I know that I can at least carry a small load in the show. But if I do the heavy lifting of booking the shows, finding the venues, bringing the PA system, then I'll get work.
You're a one-man band show.
Yeah, trying to make it happen.
I was too when I was younger when I started that moto adventures. When I was young, I wanted when are you young? I want to be famous. I want people to see your life and blah blah. And no one's. I'm from Winnipeg. Who's gonna give? I don't live in LA. No one's gonna care what I do. But I think what I do is cool, and I want to show other people. So I did my own stuff. I filmed my own videos. I edited my own stuff. No one's gonna give it to me then. And people hate on it for a while, right? They're like, oh, you're just, people don't like the initial hustle. And as soon as you maybe accomplish anything, then they're jump on your bandwagon. Cool, whatever.
Well, because here's the thing. Who in your infancy, when you very first made videos and started doing stuff, who were the people that saw it? The people that already knew you. So you're reinventing yourself. So those people knew you as Amy from school or whatever. You know what I mean? So now you're trying to go down this different path, and they're like, no, that's not you. You know, but who are they to dictate
Well,
that?
well, the thing it was very much me. So that's the thing. Like I've always tried to be always me. Like, and I was definitely. And I will never go back and look at all those videos and know, like, yeah, like, I never like sugarcoated nothing. I might have like made sure I didn't have a double chin when I edited a video, but all the people, the legitimateness, like who I was, that's what I felt like I wanted to put out there. And like I actually did an interview recently where, and I said that like maybe I didn't know that now then, but I know it now. Like people hated on it because you are willing to be vulnerable and put yourself out there. And we got a little bit of notoriety, got like millions of views on some videos. People flew us around the film. Like it's ridiculous that a video on YouTube, yes, of course it is. Our very first video, we were chasing ducks at a duck pond. And then people picked it up because we're two chicks. And they liked it. It was funny and weird and girls and dirt bikes. The fact that you can be from a small town and maybe get somewhere and maybe other people aren't, right? They're gonna instantly kind of like hate on it. Because and like now I can understand, like, yes, it was dumb. Yes, we didn't do anything really insignificant, like, significance and got somewhere with it. But why are you to hate on someone else when, it should be a motivational thing for your life? Good for them for whatever they did. But
I feel like you already know this.
Negativity as a roadblock. They're like,
Yeah.
oh my God, there's so much hate. People don't like what I did. And in this interview, I said, and like, I didn't know it then. I had this idea to make it was a much bigger thing than just two chicks rolling around on dirt bikes. I wanted to show that you could be yourself and accept girls doing, in a male dominated industry. And it was this platform for like self-acceptance, being your weird, wild, crazy little self. And it took off. And now I have girls even to this day who tell me that, like, hey, I watch your videos, you made me want to buy a dirt bike and go ride with my friends. Badass. It sucks it took so long for people to understand until you get any type of notoriety to listen to what you're saying, but that's what it is. Like, if you have something you want to say, like, keep plugging at it until you are heard.
Well, here's was my point on that, is that the people that you know from school or whatever don't want to give you that because you're just the person from school. You guys are peers. Unfortunately, life is where you're at in a level in life compared to the other people when you meet. So like if you're in a position of power, they will always see you as kind of that. But so if you're a peer when you're young, they're going to see you as that. You didn't start to really get notoriety until other people that didn't know you prior to started to react to your stuff. I mean, because I did the same thing. I did tons of videos and stuff like that. And people that I went to school with, I think my area is even extra like stuck up about that stuff. They don't want to give you any type of like credit. So it was until other people, younger people that saw us online and they're like, oh, same thing. I've met people or I've talked to people since, 10 years after those videos that were like, same thing. I used to go home and watch your videos every day after high school and get all pumped up to go and ride and stuff. And it's like Garrett Alf is one. Like, dude's badass people. Eric Ruiz. I ran into him in Mexico City. He just started naming names in the videos. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And it finally dawned on me. And then like that dude rode X Fighters. Like people that ended up being good were telling me that I kind of influenced them in any way, like blew my mind.
Me and my friends drove like across the country to stalk you a couple times. And then we didn't go to X Fighters, but we're still here, Clint.
That was hot, man.
I think the like moral of even to have that ability, like, dude, I could get into a whole like another hours and hours of what people's perspectives on everything. Like it's almost like year to year. Every year it was a little bit something different, like what I had to deal with, but it's not dealing with it because it's part of it. I've accepted. It's not how to deal with it, like the haters. I knew that was going to be something I was going to have to endure because there was something much bigger I wanted to do with this all. It wasn't like, oh, I want to get like famous or whatever. I'm like, I think that I could be real for people and show like a hard grind and be very genuine, and hopefully like, people could feel like they could do it too. And that is it. That is as simple as it is. I don't want to think of anything more, but yes, of course, I wanted to be somebody people knew so I could leave an impact. And I maybe have formulated that along the way that like, I just want people to look up to me, because I went through a lot of crap and it made me a better person. And everybody who is going through crap, it can make you a better person. And I never want, them to allow the hardships of life shape them into a negative pessimist, someone who doesn't live up to their full potential. Because if I endured it, they can endure it too. It'd be awesome. I just think that with great power, I'm so referencing Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility. We are blessed to have a voice and that people listen to it. I never want to take advantage of it. I want to do as good as I can because I'm so grateful, man. Like, I'm so grateful for this. And as much as I can give back to everybody else, that is my goal, It's getting super deep. I don't want to be really like very
It's all
like,
good.
yeah, like it's so cool. Like I'm just like have this like humbling experience that like shit. I've never thought anyone would call me a celebrity. And in fact, I was just a nurse at a hospital, but it's like, really? It's just like, I still have so many bills to pay. I do so much stuff wrong. Like,
That's the thing. People think celebrity, because people are famous or whatever, that all their shit's taken care of, and it's like everything doesn't go hand in hand, and I tell people I'm retired from freestyle, and they're like, "You're retired?" And I'm like, "Yeah, not like I don't have to do anything. Like I just don't ride freestyle anymore. Like settle down."
Genuine and like I just think the coolest thing was when people like downplay their like how cool they may be. If you just like, I just find a lot of like I respect a lot of people who just stay real. Like, I know that you got bills to pay. I know you got the same issues I'm dealing with. Like, if you don't live in a building, I drive a Danger Ranger that my tires are bald and my window doesn't roll up all the way, but I love my life. I'm happy. I'm fortunate. Like, I got the best job in the world. Like, we're all normal. Like, just don't get ahead of yourself. That will make you way cooler. And people will, then you'll have longevity. I'll be able to do this a lot longer, because you can relate.
I think you have a really good, thing going, and I think you have a really good outlook on it. And I have no doubt that you will not squander all this stuff, and you'll keep your wits about you at this point. And
if I ever get off the line, let me know. And that's the thing. Like,
listen, I don't know you well enough to tell you shit, so I'm not certainly gonna call you and be like.
First impressions mean a lot. Like, and like I still don't really know what to do and like how to say. Like I'm still figuring it out. Like I accept criticism. I always want to be better. I don't know what I'm doing, you guys. Like, I don't know what to do with my hands.
Not from people you don't know, though. Here's the thing. People, you want criticism, and so do I, but I want it from people I respect, you know what I mean? And it's like, if you don't know somebody that well, no matter what, you just go, yeah. 'Cause
it's crazy how, like, a lot of people like, oh, back in the day, like, you get so many haters. I used to get so much negativity, and then the last couple of years, like, I don't anymore. I'm very like happy to see that people don't say negative stuff on my Instagram posts anymore, and like, thank God, because I have to like monitor it all the time. But I get, it makes me feel like I'm maybe doing something right, and you don't know. You have no idea. You can only get your feedback from everybody else, and yeah, I just like. I don't know what that means. Just maybe the moral of the story is I love what I'm doing. I try to do right, and hopefully I leave an impactful message. And if I'm not doing right by someone, guess what? I'm human. I'm trying my best. And don't be an internet warrior. You know?
Those were people unhappy with their own lives trying to project it on you. And
But it's okay because I got thick skin and I can take it, and hopefully I can change their opinion about that. And
so then you can do
I'll
comedy.
love you. I'll just love you for all your hate and then change you. You know what I mean? Bring it.
So then you can do comedy. Let's go.
Oh God, that's all you know.
As I'm trying to look at the comments, because right now we got 24 comments on this video. And
does anyone hashtag inspired or inspirational?
No, Austin Drummond said she's got to scoot over. She's not in the center of the video.
He's calling me right now.
Okay.
I
want to get the kids.
Look at all the comments. It's driving me. There's 24 comments, and I can only see 4 of them.
And they're all just mad about they can't see Amy.
Rude, and they got rid of the rude comments.
Jarrell's here.
Pharrell?
Jarrell, it's not Pharrell. Yeah, Pharrell. No,
Pharrell watches this podcast.
Jarrell says 6 shirt, Clint.
Yeah, I got my fucking NFG shirt on. Has she backflipped? Danny D. Wayne says.
Yeah, into a faux pit on a pit bike, and when I did it on a 2-stroke,
You got stuck?
You know what? I did it on a pit bike, okay?
What happened on the 2-stroke? Did you get stuck?
Well, yeah, I've never ridden a 2-stroke before then, so I didn't come in as hard. I tried to, throttle, when in doubt, throttle out. Well, that's not the case.
It didn't pull as hard? It didn't?
No, you could come up super slow on a 4-stroke and pull you over, eh? I've never ridden a 2-stroke before. I rode Lindsay, so. But whatever, it was fun. I did it on a pit bike.
Yeah, you got to get rolling and then get it right before the power band, where the power band just starts to engage, and then roll through the ramp with the power band.
Well, I ride 4-strokes.
I know, I'm just saying.
That's all you gotta do.
I know.
So simple.
And you got to be good with the clutch.
You know how many clutches I go through even on my 4-stroke?
Dude, have you ever ridden a 125?
Oh yeah, I love a 125, but I had an 03 YZ 252 stroke, black bedding, which I saw on the internet. I hated that thing.
What?
I would blow every single corner. I would pull your air off every jump. Because
Because it'd go, yeah.
Well, it was an 03. It was terrible when I got
What
an 06.
are you talking about? Listen, hey.
Yeah.
First off, the motor is still on a 2000 whatever. 18 is exactly the same as it's been since 01. And most of my freestyle career was on that exact Yamaha.
But I also saw Clint almost die on one of those.
125.
I almost died on a 2007 YZ 250 twice. Same one. Cut out on me.
Not going to talk about that story, but no, I mean, from my 03 to 06, huge difference on the 2-stroke. But there's a Cardi B song, I Like It Like That, and I made this freestyle. I made a remix to it, and it goes. I can't remember this right now. I'm gonna play the song for you guys. I thought it was super funny. I don't care. You guys can judge me as much as you'd like.
We already are.
You guys are getting the most. To me right now.
Are we getting the raw shit right now?
I like it.
Are you playing it right now?
Yeah, because I gotta know the song to be able to do that. Because it has to do 2 strokes. Okay. I can't believe I'm gonna do this right now. Woo! Kayla.
Are you gonna perform it for us? You could totally do comedy. What are you talking about? If you're about to sing this.
You ready? Do it.
This is Cardi B.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Hold it up to your mic.
Well, I gotta wait till the part.
Shit. YouTube's shutting us down.
I like texts from my exes when they want a second chance. I like and block passing their boyfriends. I didn't want to see it.
You missed the lyric.
No. Right here it is, right? two-stroke to sell my life, though, but I can ride a four-stroke better than your boyfriend, yo. That's how it went. I made a whole thing with the song. It works with the lyrics, okay?
You should come out in the zombie truck to that song.
Tell that girl I'm sorry, though. I can't ride a two-stroke to save my life, yo, but I can ride a four-stroke better than your boyfriend, yo. Nah.
Who writes Cardi B's lyrics? That's what I want to know.
Ami Houde.
I thought it was funny. Okay, I spent the whole time like driving to the States to a race, like trying to make a remix that like went for it.
We don't even want to get into my remix.
Put that in there. Here.
Maybe I'll send you
I thought it was funny, and it was terrible.
I'll send you some shit I thought was funny that nobody else did. But
I mean, if I could swear on, it would work.
You can say all kinds of shit on here.
No.
She can't. We can't.
I can. I don't work for. Yeah.
Anyone.
Well, you guys, I may have to wrap it up here because
Alright.
at his brand new house with his cow thing, and he's like hiding in the bedroom. I felt bad, but his internet is way better than mine. Maybe he does. So.
What's the Wi-Fi name? Friend zone.
No, it's his house.
He's like my bestest. He is like better than a girlfriend because girlfriends are flaky, Oh, don't get me started on that. But no, like I keep my circle close. I don't have time for that stuff. I'm busy like slaying goals and stuff, and you keep your circle close and you can trust, and people know to put all the alcoholic beverages down when you take photos.
Perfect.
None of my friends are, on it. It's awesome. When we take a group selfie, and I'll have solo cups. It's like, whoop, glasses down, selfies out.
That's right. Just a Disney snow cone.
Alright, you take off. We're going to respond to some comments here.
We
have a ton of comments and I can't get the computer.
Come on, let it out. What do they want to know? I did not paint the cow painting behind me, okay?
Just so you know, they're not negative.
Yeah. I don't care about
Austin just says...
really being myself and being friends.
No, I'm being serious. They're not negative.
They were all saying that you're not in the center. They're very upset about that.
Friends have been working really hard.
They're mostly ripping on Clint from being from New Jersey.
Good.
Smell it from North Carolina.
Then you got a Canadian. All right, guys.
All right. Get out of here. We're gonna.
Really like.
Good for. Thank you for being our. I think you're our first Instagram with the little blue check mark next to their name.
No.
Person we've had.
You guys, I don't need nothing.
Nate's gotta have a fucking blue check mark. Mason.
Yeah, but he got 8 minutes before we got into fluoride and the fucking thing broke up.
Mason's gotta have a fucking check mark.
I don't know that he does. I don't know.
The blue check mark don't mean nothing. Okay.
Hey, I'm trying to hype it. Will you roll with it? Just roll with it.
Keep it real in these streets. Okay?
All right.
Keep it real in the cow. So.
Check mark, you have me on. You do it right now. She's real bossy about it.
I'm a woman who knows what I want. Okay, guys, I'm in now. That's how we roll. But thank you for having me. Appreciate it. Thanks for being real and cool.
I'm gonna try and bring I'll probably bring like a GoPro or something to Newark, and we'll do like an interview there or something. I know you can't do it in the hotel or whatever.
I'll make sure you guys get the VIP treatment. You guys have the best experience. Bring all your friends and their kids, and it'll be a good old time. I'm also jam. Promise.
Word up.
I'm bringing them all. You said it.
Make sure you do this out there. So.
We'll have to talk about some merch so we can represent.
You got it. Thanks, guys.
Later.
Adios.
Bye.
Later, everyone. Thank you for watching the podcast, yo. Just hang up already. She's like...
Just being all Canadian about it.
Peace out. Where did the...